Yes, my dear students, welcome back to Bharathidhasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Arakkonam. In the previous video, I had explained about the topic that is 10th standard, Unit 7 poem, The House on Elm Street. There I had given a lengthy discussion, detailed explanation about the mystery, the house, the home, and an introduction about the poem. So now we shall start the second part. The second part, namely, the introduction about the poetess. Who is the poet? Why she wrote this poem? Those are things we are going to see in the second part. Nadia Bush is the poetess of this beautiful or fantasy poem, and she is a senior instructor in the Department of Communication in the University of South Alabama, USA. She was born in Pennsylvania. There is no clear view about her life story and so on and so on. But what the students, they have to say something about her. That's what we can look here. Looking back, one of the students explained about her, spoke about her good qualities. Looking back, my favorite classes were with Nadia. She is outstanding, professor, and really challenged me as a future professional. She made us think about what you are working on and why, not just had us to do a project. She was a great teacher and understanding students' struggle with the school and life. Nadia wanted us to be successful, and I am now what I am now. Yes, this is a testimony from one of a student, where she spoke about the good qualities of a good teacher. After all, she is a professor. There she recalled the precious moment that she spent with the professor. The outstanding teacher, see the quality, outstanding teacher, dedicated teacher. It's not just for namesake come and go. Dedicated teacher, outstanding teacher, who is always for the student, who is always for, that's what we can understand. She made us to think, listen here, she made us to think. Yes, it's not just to do some activity. Why we have to do? Why we have to do? That's what the question she asked mainly the students. And why? From there we have to learn something. Whenever you do an activity, we have to learn from the activity something. That's what she made us, the students, to think about what they are working and why. Not just had us to do the project. She was a great understanding teacher. Yes, a great understanding means here refers to a person who is one with the students, understands the problem, understands the growth, understands everything about the students. So one way or other, she was a role model for all the children. That's what the testimony given by one of her students. This is a thing what we have about the poetess called Nadia Bush. Next, coming back to our poem. An introduction. A lonely house, unknown house, big house, but there is nothing. What is the thing? Inside the house, no one. See, the term that is used, a lonely, unknown, big house. A lonely, unknown, big house, but there is nothing inside. Okay, it's a huge house. It's a huge house, but no one lives inside. Okay, but there's no one. This is a kind of introduction that the poetess gives as we enter inside the poem. See, as I told you, this is a mystery poem. Okay, it's a lot of history involved here. That's why the introduction given, it is a lonely house, big house, but no one lives inside. See, kind of introduction that is given to the poem. That's why the poetess has used the imagination. See, it is a lonely house. It is a lonely house. A lonely house, and it is unknown house and big house, but there is nothing inside. This is what you have to understand. There is nothing inside. Huge house it is. Okay, it's a huge house. But big house, unknown house, No one lives in. That is why it is called a house. The poet has given very good title. House, a lonely house. With this introduction, let us enter into our topic, our poem. See, here I have given here a picture here, just to show a house remains. Okay, it is a lonely house. There is no nearby. There is no house and so. And unknown house. Big plus it is a very large, big house it is, and there is nothing inside. There is nothing inside means there are no people there. No one lives inside. It's a barren place. It is an empty place. That's what we have to understand through this line, through this introduction. See the first one. My dear students, I would like to give you a brief summary about this beautiful poem. The poem has got 5 stanzas. Mainly it has got 5 stanzas. The first stanza talks about how the house looks during the daytime. During the daytime, how the house looks like. Second part, the second stanza talks about during the night. During the night, how it looks like. The third part, the poet gives why she is driving a car up and down. Okay, her view on the house. Okay, that's the third one. Fourth one, the fourth stanza talks about there is a house, big house, lonely house, but there is a beautiful tree. Beside the house, there is a tree. What about the tree? Why she is talking about the tree? What's the nature of the tree? That's what the fourth stanza. And the climax, that's the conclusion. The last stanza talks about the opinion of the people. What do we call it as the gossip? Different opinion of the people about the house. So this is the structure of the poem called The House on Elm Street. So it is divided into 5 parts. It has got 5 stanzas. Each stanza talks about certain things. The first stanza talks about the house during the day. Second stanza talks about the house in the night. Third stanza talks about her view about the house as she drives up and down. The fourth stanza talks about the beautiful tree beside the house. And the last stanza talks about the opinion of the people. Different people give different opinion. That's what the structure of the poem. With this, let us enter into the first stanza. The first stanza, that is listen here. It sat alone. What happened there is still today unknown. It is a very mysterious place, and inside you can tell it has ton of space, but at the same time it is a bare to the bone. See, this is the appearance of the house according to poetess view during the daytime, how it appears. See, the poet has started it refers to house. It sat alone. Yes, lonely house. It's a lonely house. See how the poet is starting the story. How the poet starts the poem. It is a lonely house. It stood alone. Next, what happened there still today unknown. I do not know what is happening inside. There is a beautiful house. A big house, unknown house, but I do not know what is happening inside. What is happening? It is something unknown. I do not know. It is a mysterious place. What is mysterious? The word mysterious means unknown. It is unknown. No one knows what is happening inside. Next, and inside you can tell it has a ton of space, large space. It has got a large space. Big house it is. It is a big house. But at the same time, it is bare to the feet. Empty. It is empty. No one lives there. It is an empty house. It is an empty house. So, the very first stanza talks about the structure of the house. The structure of the house when the poet looks during the daytime. It is a lonely house. It is a lonely house, big house, unknown to the people. No one lives inside. But it has got ton of space. Large space it has got. but there are no people. Okay, well, there are bare to the bone. That is means it is empty. Okay, well, it is empty. So this is what we call it as the first stanza. The first stanza talks about the appearance of the house during the daytime, the physical structure of the house. That's what talked here. With this, we'll end the second part, and I will continue the third part, the remaining stanzas. Thank you.